another makeup video, and today we are reviewing Yardley Stay Fast powder and the Yardley loose powder. So these two powders we are going to review today, and to be honest, I have been wearing them, so this is not a first review or a first experience time thing. I just want to talk about how awesomely these powders work for me and my skin type, which is an oily skin type. So I am super glad that I can review this, because this is really, this is amazing. Anyway, let us start with some primer, because I am doing my full makeup today, because we are going out with some friends, well, to a barbecue braai with one of my close friends, which is also a makeup lover. Firstly, I want to tell you, I have been using this for a very long time, and until I found this, because you know, I watch a lot of makeup tutorials, and I recently discovered that, you know, I watch all these makeup tutorials, but I don't implement any of them on my makeup routine or skin. So I think it is time that I do that, and you know, just update my whole makeup look and experience and everything, because I have makeup that I've been using since I was in school. So that is really bad imaging for me if I have a makeup channel and I have to decide, like, I want to do this, but I have makeup from 10 years ago, and it's not a good image for me. So I am slowly but surely, because you know, I don't have the cash to like just buy everything, slowly but surely I am going to upgrade my makeup, and every time I buy a new product I will test it out and I will definitely show you guys. So these two were my first products, and I'm super excited to tell you about them. I did want to wait for a first time review before I bought them and applied them, but I just couldn't wait, and it is almost like a month ago since I bought them, so I don't really want to wait any longer. But today is the day that I will be doing the review, and I am super excited to tell you about everything. So I recently love Yardley products. I have been using their foundation for quite some time now. Even the previous video on my channel, which I did my emo look, I have been using that foundation. It is super old. It has probably been expired by now, but that was the shade Neutral, and I have another shade, I think beige or sand or something like that, which is very dark and way too dark for my skin. It looked fine on the video actually, but in real life I look like an orange pumpkin, so that's not cool. So this is Ivory, and I discovered that my skin is light and it is supposed to match my neck and not my hand, because my hands are very much darker than my face. So yeah, Yardley products for me is a go, because I have been using them for quite some time and I love them because they work for my oily skin. I do want to try another foundation though that I have been looking up reviews about, the Maybelline inflatable foundation, 24 hours, something like that, and that looks like a really fantastic foundation, so I want to try that. But it is hella expensive. It's like, I think 370 Namibian dollars for such a small little bottle. So that it's gonna be quite some time. I will firstly finish off all my foundations I have, and I have this one, and it is, as you can see, there is not much in anymore, but I will finish that, and I have a full one that is not even opened yet. So firstly, I will be finishing those. Okay, so all this is applied with a beauty blender because I have been waking up in makeup society and rules and life and testing, and I actually use beauty blenders now. Well, I have always been since on my channel, but like you saw in the previous video of my emo, I have not been using beauty blenders all the time. So what next? Okay, so the Yardley Stay Frost pressed powder, it says it's a sheer matte finish, coverage that lasts up to 12 hours. I don't think it's 12 hours, but it lasts long, perhaps 8 hours. At the back it says a light and silky texture that sets makeup with an even looking coverage, helps control oil for drying without drying for a sheer matte finish and coverage that will last up to 12 hours, dermatologically tested. Okay, well, the Yardley, that was the pressed powder. The loose powder, this is both in the translucent shade, so you do get a little buff with this one, but I like to use my own. So firstly, with a damp beauty blender, I just dab some in and applying that under my eyes as if I were to bake, but I'm not actually gonna leave it in. I just like to press it in so that it gives that, fills that pores of mine. And this has a really strong smell. It's not a stinking smell, it just, you can smell the powder, but it's not lasting, and when it's applied on your face, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. So I am just putting that all under my eyes. And then just leaving that there. Usually I will do my brows after, but I decided to do it on camera, or off camera, because I'm trying to save time here, and my battery is on low, so it will probably be shut down soon. So this is how the packaging looks. It's the translucent loose powder. Actually, it's just loose powder. You get the absolute translucent loose powder, and that one is a little bit of a shine to it, and I don't like the shining part. So yeah, I like it should just be matte. It says that it is matte, but when I swatched it, it was having like that.
Hello. Back to me. Why is it not? There we go. Okay.
It did have that kind of a shiny texture to it, or not shiny, that, yeah, and I don't want shine on my face, I want my face to be matte. Then with a beauty puff, or oh, this stuff is smelling. It's not a bad smell, like I said, it's just it's a strong smell. Okay, so I'm not leaving that in for like a really long time because I'm not baking. I'm just pressing it into my pores so that it does not have that a lot of shine. And I know it looks really white, but I am really white, so well, when you apply bronzer and stuff, it does get a little bit better. So I'm just taking the powder puff. Oh, what I wanted to say about the powder puff, I keep saying beauty puff. It's like I'm thinking about a powder puff, but as well I'm thinking about a beauty blender. So yeah, I'm sorry if this thing is focusing and out of focus because, like I said, my battery is about to die and I have not a charged one, so it's freaking out a bit. So yeah, you see, it makes my skin so smooth. It doesn't leave like bumps or the foundation line like the other powders I used that was too dark because it says it is translucent, but that was not. This actually says translucent. I don't know if you can see that. It says translucent, but I'm gonna show you the difference between the two. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on camera, but this is the difference. Do you see how dark this one is and how light this one is? Yeah, that is not translucent. But my ass thought it was. So yeah, but like I said, I'm starting to get into things, you know. I'm starting to realize what is translucent, what is not. Because I loved makeup. Well, I love makeup, but I didn't know shit about it. So yeah, I'm just blending a little bit into my neck. That my neck is also a bit powdered. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about this product, just that it is super amazing for my skin tone. It lasts long. I don't think it lasts 12 hours. I have not tested it like that yet, but it does honestly last very long. It doesn't crease that much as other powders does. It doesn't leave that harsh foundation line on my sides. It is really, it's worth it. This was, I think they both were $117 Namibian, which is kind of pricey, but you know, it's worth it. So I am just using my bronzer from Wet n Wild, and I don't have the packaging anymore because it fell and it broke, because that was a really soft formula they used. So it fell and broke, so I don't have the packaging anymore. I store it in a little small container. So yeah, this powder is also not very full coverage, which is kind of okay. You know, because my foundation is so full coverage, I don't need the full coverage powder as well. Though it is nice to have a full coverage powder, but I don't need it. It's not necessary. I'm just bronzing. I don't really do the contour thing. Well, I do sometimes, but bronzing is just better for me because like I said 1,000 times now, I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn. I don't know why I keep like opening and closing the mirror, because I'm using this mirror of the powder I just showed you, and I just like that clicking noise. It's just so satisfying. Anyway, today's look is not gonna be that you know, what's the word? Glam. It's just gonna be plain eyeliner on the top, brown eyeliner on the top, and some mascara, because I don't want a harsh look, because we are going to a braai and not a party. So yeah, I don't want to stand out that much. complete look, and with this is used with these powders, so I really love them, like I said before. My only con is that it says it lasts up to 12 hours and it does not. I have not completely set a time about how long it does last, but like to be fair to this product, our sun and our heat is extremely bad, so probably in winter time this will really be nice. Another con I just thought about now is it dries out my skin a tiny little bit, and it does get a little flaky. It does not get oily at all, so this is probably not going to be great for dry skin. For oily skin it is perfect, because it even dries out my oily skin. So it does not get oily, which is a good thing. I'd rather prefer it getting dry than oily, but yes, like I said, it does start flaking around these areas quite a bit. But the pros are way more than the cons, because it absorbs all the oil. I don't get oily, especially my T-zone area where it gets extremely oily during the day. It is great for touching up. You can just use a tiny bit of amount and just like puff it all the areas where there is sweat coming through and stuff. So that is great for touching up. It is not a dark color. It's the, oh well, that's because it's translucent, so it's not dark on my face. It's light, and the lighter it is the better, because I can always bronze it up, but I can't make a dark powder go lighter with bronzing and highlighting and that stuff. So it is great because it is such a lightweight powder. I don't feel it sitting on my face, besides the foundation, which is very high coverage. It's light coverage. If you want a little bit of a more full coverage powder, I would not recommend this, because it is light. But like I said, if you want light, if you want oil control, this is really the greatest and the best product for that. So yeah, I really loved it, and like I said, these days I'm so into the Yardley products, because I've been using them since like forever, and they're not that expensive. But yeah, I would love all these fancy brands and stuff all these beauty gurus are talking about, but you know, the cash is not always there. But if you're on low budget and you really want to try something that works, this is your go-to brand. I love it. It is awesome for my skin. So, and just a disclaimer, just because it works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. But for me, if you have the same skin type as me, it is definitely going to work. You do get these in different shades. I just took the translucent one because I just feel translucent powder works best for my skin tone and my oiliness. But you do get different colors. There is dark colors, there is light colors, and there is translucent. So, but I decided to go with translucent. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I am so glad you are subscribed to my channel. If you are not, please do go subscribe to my channel and ring that bell so that you get notified every time. Such your tongue. Sorry. Anyway, ring that bell if you want to get notified every time I upload a video. I'm going to try to schedule my videos once a week, so anytime randomly, probably during weekends, there will be a video going up. And I am going New Year's resolution. I am going to try uploading every week, so hopefully that New Year's resolution will stay, and I will follow it, not say it and don't follow it. Anyway, have a fantastic day, everyone. Thank you so much for watching again, and like this video and comment anything you want me to do next, or a brand you want me to try, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.